Hey everyone, this is Jason, and I want to welcome you to a new show that we're calling Grand Slam Secret War Journal. And in this show, we're going to talk about all the new books that have come out about Secret Wars this week, including all the Battleworld titles that are coming out. So I'm going to try to do about 30 seconds a book, give you a brief opinion about it and what's going on in there. It's going to be kind of hard to do, so let's try to get started. Let's talk about Deadpool Secret Wars. In this one doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on in Secret Wars. It's a throwback book to the 1985 story about Secret Wars, and it's basically Deadpool inserted in there with chimichangas and burritos, and he's just decapitating people, and him doing his hijinks. It's a pretty typical Deadpool type of story. If you like Deadpool right now, you're probably going to want to get it, and it might entice you to pick up the old Secret Wars story to kind of see what they're making fun of and how they inserted him in there. This book right here is Ultimate End. As you might know, the Secret Wars is happening because the 616 and the Ultimate Universe have collided. And so this is written by Brian Michael Bendis, who is the mastermind of the Ultimate Universe, and he's kind of putting his baby to rest. He's dropping the mic on the universe, and he's kind of letting it play out. The art is by Mark Bagley, who was his longtime collaborator with him on Ultimate Spider-Man. So it kind of ties into things that are going on. There's some references to some stuff that happened in old X-Men books that Brian Michael Bendis wrote. So an interesting lead-in. It didn't blow me away yet. So I'm hoping in future issues it'll become a more elaborate story. But I think if you're not really bought into the whole Ultimate Universe, it might not be that big of a deal to you. I've never really been a big Ultimate Verse fan, but I really like what's going on with it in Secret Wars. This book here is Spider-Verse #1. Spider-Verse was an insanely popular series that introduced us to all sorts of great new characters like Silk, like her, SpiderGwen, and this book, she is the protagonist in here. And what's going on here is she's in a new universe where she's actually dead. Like, Gwen is dead, so she could be in the 616, and she has to deal with that. But strangely enough, in this universe, Norman Osborn is in charge, and she's like, well, that's not right, so I'm going to try to move against this jerkwad. And so she's doing some investigating and stuff, and you find out that there's a whole bunch of other spider-powered people. And she goes on and she invades she invades Oscorp and gets in a little trouble. So if you like Spider-Gwen, this is a book where she's actually doing stuff, and it isn't just as like kind of punky like the other Spider-Gwen book is. So this is a good read if you're into Spider-Man stuff, and it fits in well with the whole storyline. This right here is The Master of Kung Fu. I love Kunlun. I love Iron Fist. I love martial arts shenanigans. This is Shang-Chi, and he's completely awesome. I've always talked about how I wish they would just make his book more like a good kung fu story. That's what this is kind of turning into, is what's going to hope to be. You've got Elektra, you've got the Hand, you've got, Danny Rand is more of a bad guy. You have Kunlun, where it's all taking place. Kunlun is actually a place in Battleworld. So this is a fun series, but I am a sucker for kung fu stories. I've always loved the Danny Rand stories that have been coming out, the Iron Fist and all these Iron Fist stories. So I'm looking forward to more of this, and if you like Kung Fu, then I hope you'll like it too. My last two picks here are pretty good. A-Force is one of my top picks to click. A-Force is definitely set in Battleworld in a place called Arcadia. It is ruled by the Baroness She-Hulk, and she's kind of taken control of this place. She's securing it. And she has a whole group called the A-Force, which is all female Avenger-type characters. Really cool, just powerful female, kind of kicking butt and taking names and just doing really neat stuff. Really cool artwork, really good writing by G. Willow Wilson. The story itself is basically they're fighting a flying giant shark. They accidentally throw it into the shield, and somebody gets in trouble. And then Doom is like, cast thee out to the wall, the shield, and they're gone forever. And so, man, it's a hard world to live in under Doom, but it's a fair world. If you break the law, it's not good. So that's what's going on with A-Force. I'm really excited to read more of this stuff. I love G. Willow Wilson. She does Miss Marvel. This is going to be a good story to watch. Last but not least, I'm going to introduce it like this. That's right, Planet Hulk, my top pick to click from the first week. This book is so fun. Planet Hulk, if you remember what the story of Planet Hulk, Planet Hulk was all about gladiatorial combat. and just, beating people up and just masculinity, hijinks, shenanigans. That's what this is going to be about. Steve Rogers, that's right, that's Steve Rogers. He's like a gladiator. He's teamed up with Devil Dinosaur, which is a red T-Rex, and they fight everybody in the gladiatorial ring, which is in Manhattan. Doom put it there because he likes pitting people against each other. And Steve Rogers comes out on top, and it's like, congratulations, you can now take on a mission for us. And they send him on a mission to Greenland, which is where all the Hulks are. And what we find out at the end of the issue is there was a super gamma bomb that went off in this huge continent where there was a whole bunch of people. And the gamma bomb turned everybody into Hulk. So you have a whole continent of just Hulk-like people, including Bruce Banner, the original Hulk. So we've got all these Hulks that are there, and it's just a total continent of Hulkdom. So that's just freaky. So Captain America's going there. He's going to settle that score. So that's what's going on with that. It ties into the whole Secret Wars thing. Doom is involved. Anytime in each one of these books, if Doom isn't involved in the book and we don't talk about how cool Doom is, I don't know if it's worthwhile. So that's Planet Hulk. Whew. All right. So that's my Secret War Journal for week 1. I hope you found some of these books interesting. Come and check them out. We have them for sale at 1730 West Eisenhower at our Grand Slam location here in Loveland. And, of course, we have them at our Greeley store, which is over in the University Square. So until next time, which will be very soon, I'll be doing another video right after this. I hope you are starting to enjoy Secret Wars and seeing what it is all about. Thanks for tuning in.